Hello, everybody. Welcome to Instantgo Tarot Odyssey. How is everybody? I hope you're having a really good time settling into your new energy in the new year. I have to say I'm having an unprecedented amount of people emailing me, messaging me, IGing me that they are having these huge kismet synchronistic moments with new loves coming in. I mean, like just dream world stuff. So it's like I should do a show on that. But right now I had a really good idea, so I wanted to start right away. And I actually have a candle burning over here, and I'll show you. The reason I have this is because winter is really wound up right now, like crazy, bouncing off the walls, and the only thing that will keep her from wiping out on everything is fire. But that's she adjusts quickly, and pretty soon she's probably going to try to swallow the fire and just be back in the action. So what we're going to do today is, are they thinking about me, and will they contact me? Lots of times we have all these misconstrued ideas that we're not being noticed, or nobody sees us, or we're invisible. And so much of the time, that's the exact opposite of what's going on. People are very subtle in how they observe one another because they don't want to appear lecherous or insane. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a 5-card pick, and we're going to have ring choices as well, because it's more fun, and then you can double down on what attracts you to the card. So the first card is going to have a lovely citrine on it. And it is the Come Together card. So it says Come Together, and it has a citrine. That's number 1. Number 2 is a lovely lab created emerald, and that one is the Dragon's Lair. I love the word lair. I don't know why. Like my room, I'll refer to as my lair, probably because all the animals and the gems and stuff that is in there. Number 3 is Moonlight, and that's a lovely jade with some gorgeous simulated diamonds on that. Beautiful. Number 3 is the Magic Stream. I love that card so much. The Magic Stream. I remember when I was little, and then this is a lovely real aquamarine that's really, really beautiful and light. I love that ring so much. So now we're on to number 5, which is turquoise and lovely etched silver right there. I love it. And if you guys are interested, all these rings are in my shop as well. I'm like a ring fanatic. I just look at this one right here, this lapis. I call it Cleopatra's ring. Look at the work on that, and everything's 18 karat gold on it. It's so beautiful. All the rings that I carry are either gold and silver plated or whatever for hypoallergenic reasons. And then I love this. Look at this Elizabethan with the pearls and the green chalcedony. So beautiful, right? Yeah, they look gorgeous. I just love rings. I feel like they carry a lot of energy, and I actually did a program on what hands receive energy and what hands give them, and what fingers you should wear certain rings and stones on. It was really, really cool. So let's begin, because this is very exciting. We're going to start with number 1, and I'm going to pull goddess cards for you guys too. So let me give this a good shuffle. Okay, so the first card for you guys is Aphrodite. And I do it this way because if I get 7,000 cards on the pile, I'm probably going to have like 3 or 4 in each one. It gets ridiculous. Then they start sliding everywhere, and I want you to be able to really focus on your cards. Okay. So are they thinking about me, and will they contact me? So your goddess card right now is Aphrodite, the inner goddess. Awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, and appreciating your divinity. The message from Aphrodite is, allow your inner feminine wisdom and dynamic beauty to rise to the surface. Cherish its power and meaningfulness. No matter whether your physical body is male or female, you have an inner femininity that nourishes you and guides you with its intuitive principles. Now is the time to become aware of and take excellent care and celebrate your magnificence. We all know, right, when we just do that little extra thing for ourselves, like we moisturize really well. Like I like to get oils that I can just spray quickly on my skin while it's still wet, because then it absorbs all the oils and it stays really just hydrated. There's nothing that makes you feel like a friggin' old crone than dry skin, right? You ever wake up with chapped lips and you just feel like you want to go on a murderous rampage? I hate dry skin. You will never see me with chapped lips or dry skin or dry hands. I literally just take gallons of everything. You have to be moisturized, right? Skin will actually crack and peel off in winter months if you don't care for it. So Aphrodite says, get yourself all lubed up with some delicious lotions and potions. There's so many beautiful emollients and healing things for your actual skin cells in these, because people are like, how the hell are you almost 50 and you hardly have any wrinkles, or you have this and that? I just don't ever let my skin get dry because it makes me feel uncomfortable. So you do the same. Care for your feet, care for your hands, under your eyes. And weirdly enough, like the neck is very, very sensitive and prone to drying out. So get some lotions on that too. So Aphrodite says that. So now let's get to the tarot portion, which really gives us the information. And because this is about love, I want to use these beautiful, I love these. These are crystal gem cards. I just find them so romantic. So I'm going to use that for the first bunch. I'm going to use a different deck for everyone. So let's see if they are thinking about you. You know, our hearts can lead us into such enchanted worlds because we can be drained from putting our needs last and doing things for others, and just going through the general busyness of the day, that every once in a while it's like it's nice to sit back and think of somebody as having really nice thoughts about us, right? Romantically or otherwise, just thinking about us, right? And it's so funny how people think that they're not being thought of when they really are. So let's see what the energy is with this. We have the Hermit. Oh, and we have the Queen of Wands. So they definitely are thinking of you, but this is why you can't really tell. They have that lovely hermetic attitude of, I'm going to lay back in the shadows and sort of observe. But this is funny because they're not only observing you, they're seeing you in this beautiful light. It's like right now they're just sort of shaping and molding their insights about you, and they're thinking about reaching out and hugging you and touching you and all these things, because the Queen of Wands is very passionate and beautiful, and their energy flows in like a lovely hot auric field. It's one of those things. It's an intense sort of vibration and mixture and energy. So it actually it doesn't repel them, but they feel like they need to do things at a distance, because you're quite bold and forward and a truth teller and honest. This is probably like for a fire sign, and you don't mince words. And them knowing that, it gives them a sense of exhilarance and high attraction towards you, and they like to observe you. However, this is probably more of an earth or a water sign, where they like to be in the shadows and observe you like that, because it can be an absolute shock to the system for people that they're not. It's not so much confrontational. They just don't really have that, that repertoire to just come out and start talking and feeling like they can keep up with you. It's just one of those funny things. But it's really sweet, because I do feel like they're watching you from a distance. So I want to pull one of these too. Share your thoughts. So this is if you feel that you are being observed, or there's somebody you want to connect with. Share your thoughts. Ask around and sort of network and see what's going on in that thing. And we don't have to be so circumspect in these types of things. If you're an adult, it's very easy to go up and go, oh, I heard you like this sort of thing. Oh, by the way, that's playing at the movie theater. There's music here, this great new coffee house, whatever. It's like, just mention it. And if you don't want to be the one that's doing the inviting, just put it out there. Sometimes having that conversation and sharing that little bit of energy with them lets them know that there is a level of interest, and that you would be receptive to an invite. Now, this is your animal spirit that sort of governs right now. And it says, believe in yourself, the squirrel spirit, right? That's saying you should know that you have this vitality and this beautiful aura around you, and it is very inviting, and they are looking at you. But sometimes some people need a little extra initiative just to say, hey, how would I be received, right? Especially people, if they have delicate egos, they wouldn't like to feel rejection or silly. Nobody ever really knows. And if somebody's even the slightest bit insecure, which I sometimes kind of gather with the Hermit, they almost have to know that it'll be an infallible yes for them to even do it. Sorry, an emphatic yes for them to even approach that. So let it be known that you would be very receptive to this in little ways, going, oh, I wish I had someone to go with me to A, B, or C. You know what I mean? Open that door. So that's really nice. And of course they're definitely thinking of you. But again, about contacting you, they may do it in a circumspect way on social media, but if you want to direct things, say you're in the same office or school, let it be known that you would be available to any kind of approach, so they would feel like they have a definite in, and they wouldn't feel like they were left hanging. So that's you guys. Beautiful. If you're new to the channel, welcome. And don't forget to press like and subscribe. And my little arrow down the bottom will bring you to all my links for private reads, for my Instantgo account, for anything you can imagine. My Etsy store. I sell all these crowns. I sell jewelry there. I like to have really sparkle and dazzle. I like something that sort of like enriches the eyes in my reads. So I'm always going to have some razzle dazzle for you guys. But I love this. They're definitely, you're in their thoughts and minds, and that's really gorgeous. So just keep it up. But again, believe in yourself like the squirrel does. We'll always tend to go into our old subconscious tricks that say, oh, I'm imagining that. Oh, I just imagine them seeing me. They weren't really looking at me. Or, people think they actually, I don't know. I feel like so many people devalue what they have to offer others when they should up their value, because we do teach others how to treat us, right? So if we teach people that we value our time and we respect ourselves and others, they tend to go with that and believe us. You know what I mean? We have to sort of set that vibe out there. So let's go on to number 2, which I love. Ooh. The Dragon's Lair. That would be my dream. If I could go into an alternate reality and there was such thing as a place, I would love to go into a dragon's lair. Not to get blazed and melted by mother freaking fire, but just like in The Hobbit, to just see piles of gold and like a huge dragon and see what the scales are really like in the eyes. I'd just do it. Oh, very nice. So this is your goddess guidance. You have Artemis. Oh, I really, really love that. So in terms of what Artemis says, it is the guardian. You and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. And we need to believe this and know this, because we are. Every morning when I wake up, if you guys want to follow this little bit of advice, because it'll make you feel light, happy, and free, I ask my archangels, I say, Archangel Michael, will you please remove any negative energy from yesterday or this year, for any psychic ties, threads, or bonds that don't belong to me, and just send it back lovingly in the direction that it came. And you will feel that release, that whatever, that hurtful word, that nasty look, whatever people can do when they're being unthoughtful, and just release it. And then it's weird, you have like a cleansed palate. It's time to go on to the next course. It works beautifully. So really do this. Okay, so Artemis says, like me, you have a sacred mission to spread love and light. Yet this isn't a position that comes from tension or worry. Instead, it is the gentle essence of a joyful heart and a light-hearted laughter that sets your power in motion. Why would there be any tension in your mind or system unless you believed you were somehow unsafe? And how could you be unsafe when you're called upon and the spiritual warriors are watching over you? Your prayers have activated the flawless protection of heaven. So ease your mind and cares and concerns and concentrate instead upon your holy mission. Isn't that a beautiful thing to hear? That we are constantly protected by all our spirit team continually. I love that. And it's true. I mean, it's so funny how we can really feel their presence once we relax into it. So for your deck, and I should have said to the other people too, I like people to listen to all of them and then choose the bits they like from each of them. So for you guys, you're going to have these beautiful, I love these cards. That's actually my favorite card in any deck down there on the bottom. So I'm going to give it a little shuffle. Yeah, these are the Illuminati cards, and they are divine. And then the ones that I used the other day that were just as bright is the sequel to them. And those are the Apocalypse cards, and those are amazing. So let's see, because we really want your adventure to begin. We kind of got to look, where's your life right now, what your life can be, how you can get there. You know what I mean? No more confusion, doubts, failure, or sabotage. You got to just reach out and get those desires, and just know it's possible. And yeah, just don't be wiling out anymore over all the silliness. I definitely feel like that is a New Year's thing. Okay, I feel like the cards are ready. No. I have to hold up the fire for her because she is out there. Okay, 6 of Cups. Ooh, so that's lovely balanced energy. I love that. That's all about celebration, equality, fairness, abundance, all that stuff. Oh my gosh, look at that. Whoa, the Lovers. So yes, they are thinking about you, and they're thinking about you in the best regard. It's really nice because when we reach out even a little bit, slightly, psychically or otherwise, You can lose all your fears, anxiety, grief, shame, any of the stuff that you carry, right? And you can invite in love, money, bliss, all those things. It's all a form of energy. It's all in your mind. So when sometimes you ever feel like you look good and you feel good and you feel healthy and robust and really together, you start attracting people, places, and things like gangbusters. Honestly, you are then a human magnet, because what happens is you're exuding this natural inner wealth of stability, of it's mostly just love. You're exuding love, and people are highly attracted to that, because who is going to go towards that sourpuss that's giving people a dirty look? They have tight lips, tight eyes, all those things. Nobody wants hostility. Who the hell would invite open hostility? And this here is the actual antithesis of that. The exact opposite. This is love, abundance, cherishing mankind, your God-given gifts, knowing how to deal with love and money. And you're really attracting this person, and they are thinking about you. And they're thinking about you very, very romantically too. Like, they're trying to actually place together a future with you and how you'd fit together. They're imagining how you would be with their family when you met their family members, things like that. It's quite a beautiful scenario. So I like that a lot. So just know that, use that energy when you see people that you want to attract. All it really takes, and I'm not exaggerating, is a nice warm smile. Because what that installs in the beginning shift of this is an inviting, a receptivity to someone to approach you. Like when I used to go to any place that I worked, any cafe or whatever, when I went to the counter, the first thing I would do is I would smile at whatever was like just bringing me up at that moment. And I could see the whole person's sort of anxiety or heaviness or anything like that just melt away, and they would smile back, and they'd be like, wow, I don't expect someone to be so happy at their place of business. And I thought, that's so weird, because why would I be here unless I liked it? You know what I mean? But a lot of people do just sort of suffer through jobs, and that energy translates. Moods are super, as well as words, very, very contagious. You ever see just you're in a whole big group and everybody's just joyful and they're jumping up and down. And that's why I think dance is such a beautiful medium. It is contagious, that joy that's spread, and it's usually simplistic things that make people want to join in this. So yeah, you're highly attractive to them, and they are really thinking about you, and they will definitely connect with you as well if you do that one thing of just having that lovely inviting smile, and they'll come right in. So let's see what this is about. And I believe this message is very clear. Look at the cat. She's like, I'll come in. Making the sacrifice. Now, what the sacrifice in this is pertaining to this sort of thing is dropping any kind of selfish mood or self-intentioned want. Because when we're all focused on the me, we're not happy, joyous, light, and free and smiling. We're concerned about what else we can acquire. And when we're completely content with what we have sacrificed the ego in that. You know what I mean? Like, oh, if I have this, I'll be happy. It is never the thing that makes us happy. Not ever, not ever, not ever. It is an internal facet of ourselves, of our mindset, of our heart space, right? And when we're happy and content with things, like most people are when they're with their animals. It's very funny because that energy connects, and it's like you're there for each other, right? You're thinking, how can my animal be? Is my animal warm? Is it happy? Is it, does it need to go to the bathroom? Does it need water? Like this morning, I put out a big dish of oats and things for the birds and squirrels and all the cats. I must sound like a crazy cat woman. I actually had two. I had Winter and I had Juju, but my daughter moved in with me and she brought her two cats, a brother and sister. So there are actually four here, but two of them go on this little wooden step ladder we have in the kitchen, so they can sit on it and watch the animals come get the food that I leave out there. And it's so funny. It's like their own private animated Netflix. And I watch them watch the wildlife outside. And I was like, oh, to be a cat, to just like take naps and watch squirrels and play with string. You know what I mean? The simplicity of that. And that's sort of your sacrifice. Simplify and savor the little things, because this person is watching you, and when they do find you the most attractive is when you're savoring those little moments, like a goofy little pen, twirling your hair around your finger, looking at text and being amused by that, little things like that. They're really watching that. So that's really, really beautiful. I love that. And look at the richness of colors in this, you guys. That Lover's card is really beautiful and warm, and I feel like it is divinely guided as well. Right now at this time, I've had an unprecedented amount of clients, emails, everything, comments of everybody going, I cannot believe this unbelievable coincidence. Somebody switched my food for the wrong food. I went to bring it back. There was a guy there. We ended up talking for hours and hours. We're having dinner tonight. But I mean, episode upon episode of this is happening right now, because I feel like people are slowing down and really looking for the clues and the synchronicities that their guides are offering them, right? So ask for specifics if you need them, because now is the time. So if that's you guys, beautiful. If you're new, welcome to the channel. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. And also the little gray arrow at the bottom will bring you down to all my links. You just press that. I just had a person right now go, how do I go about it on my email? You press that little gray arrow at the bottom. All the links will come up. You press the PayPal link and you can choose your time and go right on. That way I'm also on Instantgo, which is fantastic. You can just go on and like within an hour, I usually get to you and I can answer one little question. But also be double sure to check the rates if you're any of my continuing customers. My rates have increased just a little bit for the new year. So I need you to just keep an eye on that. And then, yeah, hit the little notification bell as well, so you know when the new videos come up. We have dailies now for you guys, because I just think that's a really good way to start the day and like sort of like equalize and get your energy out there. So I love and appreciate you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So get ready. You have a lovely wash of energy coming your way, and you really are radiating love and balance, and it's attracting people like gangbusters. Very nice. Okay, so now we're on to beautiful Moonlight, and here is our ring. It is a beautiful jade. I love jade. I go in and out of like just buying jade at times, jade bangles, jade stones, and working with jade. And I am not kidding you. When I work primarily with like jade and green stones, I tend to increase my wealth. It's crazy. My sales increase in most thing, in any of, my business, my artwork, my designs and stuff. It's really funny. I become more abundant, I would say, as a whole. It's very funny because jade is very lucky, and green stones tend to be the money stones, and it's very funny. So if you guys can get a hold of some jade and some aventurine, green aventurine as well, just very, very lucky on the monetary front. So Moonlight, let's see. Are they thinking about you, and will they contact you? So let's give these a what was I starting? Oh yeah, I like to do this. First I'm going to shuffle the goddess cards and see what's going on with that. Okay. Ooh, and we pulled the butterfly maiden. I love this. The butterfly maiden is about transformation. You are experiencing enormous change right now, which brings you great blessings. I feel like the majority of my viewers are really doing this right now. Before, where they had like just a empty desert of a love life or some facet or job offers or opportunities in general, are now just, it's almost like the desert that just got a really lush rain, and all these opportunities are coming in. All these people are asking their opinions. They're giving them raises. They're having ridiculous amount of good luck in the love field. Like, again, these very synchronistic things where they're just walking into a place. They had no plan on going in there, but it was just an impulse. They got thirsty, they got hungry or whatever. They just bought tickets to an event. They don't know why. And everybody is literally meeting the man or woman of their dreams, and they're just clicking and connecting. Their soul companions or twins. It's all over the map. Like yesterday, I couldn't get through my emails and comments fast enough of people making beautiful, beautiful connections, because they're having this realization and resurrection of their spiritual selves. They're reconnecting. They're realizing. I heard this thing this morning. It's exactly what it is. And this person's like, you ever see like the housewives, and they're so busy grasping and grabbing, and I don't know, they sell insurance or whatever, and they're just making money, but they have big schisms and fractures in their family because they're just after money and the almighty dollar and how they look and how they appear. And I never once hear them talk about charities unless it's a big publicized thing. You know what I mean? It's only for attention. It's all for show. But I never hear them talk about spirituality. Once in a blue moon, it's always about, well, God, and they just start like spouting effusions because they have an audience, but never about, wow, like the soul's position or, just nothing spiritual pretty much. And I thought, oh my God, what a vacuous, sad scenario that is, but it's all around. But the thing is, you can be very abundant monetarily and still have your spiritual shit together. You know what I mean? Because then, hey, guess what you can do? You can afford to buy somebody plane tickets to go home and see their family on Thanksgiving. You can buy a single mother a car. You can put your neighbor's kids through college, things like that. Abundance in the right hands, monetary abundance is fantastic. Like, I just saw this thing that I want to get involved in. I was so super stoked. I'll show you at the end when I find the certificate. It's about when people buy each piece of jewelry, you can then make sure that a family gets money for food, this and that. So I want to incorporate it with my Etsy store and my sales, so I'm able to do that. Things like that. It's just you're thinking on a global setting as opposed to your individualistic self. And that's sort of what you're experiencing right now. You're like, wow, the collective, man. When we start hauling it together and really putting in the big picture of all of us together, and we're all trying to just better everything by our loving nature. It is really a pay it forward thing, and it is contagious, and you're starting to get involved with that, and it's really beautiful. So let's see if they are thinking about you. I mean, I'll always incorporate other stuff in my read it on the subject matter, because it's all the same energy. It's why we get what we get, and we deserve what we get, because how we think and treat others as well, right? And you're wondering if somebody's thinking about you. And wow, they sure are. And they're, wow, the Ace of Swords and the High Priestess, they really are. These people are also very high thinkers, and they're very into the esoteric and high spirituality. They have a new voice in them that they didn't have maybe in a prior time with their mindset, that maybe they were a little fearful, but now they know, you know what, wow, every single thing is possible. Their new stories about courage and gratitude, and their new positive intentions as well. And they realize that there's an infinite potential to bravery. And if you're just optimistic about an outcome, I'm not kidding you, 9 times out of 10, it turns out well. It's those fearful people that are, you know, and that can be contagious too. You ever have those people and they're so dire and everything and disaster prone, because they're always like, oh, they're just nervous wrecks. And it's like Woody Allen, where in his movies where he thinks he has every ailment, like that sort of thing where people find that comedic. I'm annoyed with that within seconds, because they're like Debbie Downers to me. They just scurry through their life like scared little rats, complaining about every little thing and how everything's going to kill them and get those people get terminal illnesses, because it's so bad on your nervous system to always worry. So this person, they don't though. And you're going to be in a very calm field of thought as well. You're going to be very restful, and that's it's part of your attraction and your magnetism right now too, is because you have this High Priestess energy as well, where you're just like, you know, like I'm grounded, I'm beautiful, I'm free, I got this, we're protected, all is well, I have all the time in the world. Those mantras where you're just lifted, elevated, and at peace. So of course they are attracted to that. That's really, really cool. So I'm pulling different things at the end to see. And your card too is stay strong. So when you see something, you say something, you know what's going on, you know what's right. So if you have a bunch of little nitpickers and untruths around you, you're going to come from honesty, authenticity, integrity, and love, and be like, you know what, that's your truth, and that's fine. Because there will be people around you, and I feel this, that to be right is their end game. So you're like, okay, I'll give you that, you're right, happy days. I got to get on in the real world, in the 4D and 5D world, not this heavy 3D BS where everybody has to be right and be noticed and just be extra as shit. You know what I mean? It's so annoying, but you're over that. You definitely are working with this, and you have others' attentions because of it. And they're like, wow, look how placid, beautiful, and balanced, you know, that man or woman is over there. I want some of that good, peaceful energy. And again, it's the butterfly maiden, where you're super aware of the fact that you are the alpha and the omega, and that you've got this, and stuff is just falling into place because you understand manifestation. You understand the law of attraction, and you're now attracting the right things, the right attention, and you're garnering respect, and also you're being lauded for it, and people are really sitting up and taking notice, and they're like, who's that guy or girl over there with their shit together tenfold? You know what I mean? No joke. I love it. Okay, so now we're gonna, if you're new, welcome to the channel. Welcome. And don't forget to press like and subscribe, and also the notification bell so you know when the new videos come up. And also, all my links are down below that little gray arrow. I just got an email a second ago, somebody going, how do I get a private read? You press that little gray arrow at the bottom of the screen, and all the links will come up. And then that'll lead you to my Instantgo page, where you can have a quick answer, read away, or you can have your video. I do video format, and then I send it, and it comes out just like this in your reads. And then everything's down there. My Etsy store for anything sparkly, shiny, real stones, healing stones. I just ended putting some stuff on there. I'm going to actually put this amulet out there so you guys can see it too. I put it on my Instantgo page, and I was so excited because I'm really into onyx right now, because I believe it deflects negative energy. And this is it. And I find it so, I have a horse one as well. This is the dragon, which is very, very good luck. And it's a beautiful onyx, and it's both matte as well as matte and high gloss too. It's kind of hard to see in that background, but I absolutely adore it. And I actually sleep in this one. I have my own, and I sleep in this because I feel it protects it. I definitely feel like it deflects negative energy, and it gives me such a calm peace of mind when I wear it. I absolutely adore it. And yeah, and then I have a horse one coming up too. I just love them. I love them. So that's you guys. That's beautiful. Just hum along in that beautiful space that you've created where you know you don't have to struggle. Everything's an opportunity, not a hassle, right? It's an opportunity, man. So go get them. So now we're going on to the magic stream. Ooh. And we have this right here. I love this beautiful light aquamarine. I want to show you what it looks like on, because I was like, oh, the sheen on it. I'm so into rings right now. Look at the light on it. It's just so beautiful. It's not too much, but it's very gorgeous. Winter's like, what's going on over here? She's going to start to pounce. She used to be afraid of the fire, but now she's not. She's like, I'm going to sit on that. So let's start with your angel guidance card. Oh, of course, Hathor. I love this. Receptivity. This is one of the best places you can be at when you think you're attracting love or you're attracting attention, because Hathor is amazing. It's about receptivity, allowing yourself to receive. This will increase your intuition, your energy, and your ability to give others. When you're in reception mode, like I always put myself in that frame of mind, especially before reads with my archangels, guides, and my spirit team. I'm like, I am ready. Please help me do this and that. And I start very ritualistically. I really work well with fire, and I always burn sage or incense, and I cleanse the area, and then I call upon them for the best messages and the clearest, and also to help me with my cadence of speech, because what happens sometimes I try to channel as fast as I hear the information. They've actually learned to like go with me, and we slow our rolls so I can really get the best messages. So we ask for it and we start to receive. When we consciously know what's available to us, it's pretty friggin' cool. It's like our own psychic hotline. Like, okay, Archangel Michael, will you please protect me, my family, and my vehicle? And I'll ask for signs too. If I'm overwhelmed and a lot of people are in jeopardy and everybody's getting a hold of me, I'll say, please send me a sign that you're going to send this to me in bite-sized pieces so it doesn't overwhelm me. I'll ask in form of birds, whatever, a number, and it comes right up. It comes up within 30 seconds. So always ask. So Hathor says, you have a maternal side that naturally cares for those in need. Yet this must be balanced with receptivity or the flow is blocked. Receiving is the essence of feminine energy, which means allowing yourself to receive with grace and gratitude. If you feel guilty when asking others for help, or you feel bad about receiving gifts, then you block the feminine energy. And that's the yin, right? That's definitely, you want that open and free, and you're thankful. Your receptivity is just as natural as your nurturing, giving energy. Receptivity allows you to better hear the voices of the angels. When you receive, you have more resources to give others. Absolutely. So begin by noticing the hundreds of gifts you receive each day, whether it's beauty in nature, a touching human moment, being hugged by a loved one, somebody saying thank you. It's all the divine just flowing through you very strongly, okay? So really pay attention to that, because it does happen every other second. You know what I mean? When I was watching... let's see what's coming out for you in cards first. I'll let these resonate with me while I tell you what's going on. Oh my gosh, the sun and the ace one. The other one was an ace as well. See, there's all these new fresh beginnings. That's why everybody's having these gorgeous revelations, and I'm really connecting with their spirit teams and their guides, because they are in a receptive mode. They are saying, hey, I don't always have to give and give and give until I'm so depleted that I'm basically starving, I'm unwell. And caregivers and I think anybody with any clairaudiency, any empathic abilities, they really have to protect themselves, because it's their first impulse to give and give and give, and then they can feel drained. So you really have to set firm boundaries and let yourself rest and refill your cup, right? Because you can't give from an empty cup for sure. Yeah, you've got to give yourself permission to just play, make your own decisions. And it says work with cats a lot too, because cats give you this wonderful balanced energy. And every once in a while, if I raise my voice, if I've just had it with the BS that's going on around me and people decide they don't want to do their jobs or something's going on and I have to raise my voice, both of my cats will run right up and get on my lap and sit right underneath my face. Like right now, when the inflection of my voice gets like that, Winter just jumped up in the bed and she stops and stares at me. They sense our energy. They know when we're about to pop off like freaking P. Diddy, we're about to lose it. So that's beautiful. I love that, love that. So this person is so thinking about you, and they're thinking about you in new, refreshed terms, like with fresh eyes, like where they were watching you before. They see a renewed energy. You're literally like radiating like the sun to them. You are a source of warmth. You're a source of growth, knowledge, strength, abundance, and cheerfulness. They see you as like a lovely, cheerful factor where you just have this lovely good naturedness about you, where you're a magnet to them because they realize that pleasure begets pleasure. So when someone's smiling and they really care about other people, it releases endorphins in others when you make them feel good about themselves. And sometimes it is only as simple as a smile, a good handshake, that isn't nervous, weak, or too strong. You're not trying to subjugate them and bring them to their knees. You ever shake someone's hand where they literally try to crush your fingers together and you're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You're like, calm down. This isn't the WWF. You know what I mean? And it's so funny. At the end of my road is the World Wrestling Federation, like John Cena, all those guys. And I've been in that building several times and been up in the rooms and stuff. And it's crazy. And yeah, it's nuts. It's like some people, they try to be forward, but it comes out as aggressive. But you're going to seem very beautifully balanced in that regard, especially to others where they see you as a sense of calm, but also just really, really radiating warmth and welcomeness. And that's really important sometimes in this world where people are so tuned into what they're trying to get and what they're trying to be and what they're trying to accomplish that the humanity can get lost, right? Because they're like, even though life can be moving at full steam, sometimes it's time to just let ideas flow through us and take root in our heart. And like, even if we feel like lazy and unproductive, we know that we get a time to dream and take it easy. And in fact, I have found in a lot of research that I did is that if we're dealing with a male-female facet, men sometimes like when women aren't talking about their accomplishments because they feel like, again, like they're almost having to compete. So when we sometimes, any side just sits down, slows down, and listens to the other person's accomplishments and gives them kudos instead of trying to one-up them, it makes a huge difference in someone's life. Have you ever said to somebody, oh, hey, I was so psyched. I was at this volleyball game and I scored 2 points. And they're like, well, I scored 4 at mine. You know what I mean? That competitive edge, it's so exhausting because they're not only dismissing what's important to you and what you're sharing with them, they're actually just trying to topple it, tackle it, and one-up you. And it's so annoying. But you're not that type of person. You're that, wow, really, man? That's awesome. That's all people want, is to lend an ear. That is the fundamental want of most people, is just to be heard and noticed. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to feel invisible and nobody wants to be dismissed. And you're beautiful at being inclusive and letting people know you hear them. I'm also going to pull one an affirmation card for you because I'm doing just different things for different groups. So this is really, really cute. This is about depth. As new people show up in my life, I look for all the weird, wonderful, complex layers below the surface. I can't be surprised by someone's depth of character unless I'm willing to peel back the outer layers and go a little bit deeper. It's like the brand new saying, don't judge an onion by its haircut. That is so funny. That reminds me of Donald Trump if it had a little blonde wig on it. Yeah, I mean, I love when people sometimes just say strange, crazy things because I know that they're on another level. And most everyone out there does have a soul deep thing, but because they're just conditioned sometimes to scratch the surface, we don't really get those rich, deep connections. But you're going to start to definitely get those, and it's going to be lovely. So that's you guys. If you're new, welcome to the channel, and thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to press like and subscribe, and also the little notification bell so you know when all the new videos come up. I just had this happen, so I'm going to give you a play-by-play. If you need to find my links, in the bottom right hand corner there's a little gray downward facing arrow. Press that and it'll bring you to all my links to my Instantgo, where you can get instant text messages from me. You can get all my rates for my private reads, and I usually do private reads within 48 hours. I'm very fast on them. As soon as they come in, I do them because I don't like to accumulate. And I also feel like I want to work with that energy that the person is feeling right then. My Etsy store is down there with all your sparklies. And like I said, I added these beautiful dragons that are carved. Oh, I hope you can see that in the light of that. But I feel very protected when I wear onyx. It helps deflect negative energy from you. Honest to goodness, whenever I have tourmaline, onyx, or any of those dark stones, I feel like it's just like a shield. Bing, bing. So yeah, go check stuff out. And just keep rolling with that beautiful energy you have, you guys, because you have a freshness, a warmth, a vitality that is just beaming off you right now. And it's beautiful. So good for you. I'm very excited. Okay, so now we are moving on to the wide open and the turquoise stone. So wide open, yay! There we go. So if you're just zooming in, I was just talking about this. I said if you have any negative energy, try to get a hold of some onyx. I have this lovely carved onyx dragon that I wear. I wear this every day, and I even sleep in it. And I have some in my store, my Etsy store, if you want to check them out. I have this, and I also have a horse as well. I think I have like 5 left of each, and they're so comfortable you don't even know you're wearing them. And it's funny, as soon as I started wearing this, I have some aggressive people in my sphere. They're just doers and shakers, and they're trying to accomplish and do, but they're a little thoughtless out there. But I still have to deal with them because they're part of my system. So I find when I wear this in their presence, I am not bothered in the least. And being an empath, I don't carry any of their negativity, their aggression, or their general hurry up and make me moneyness sort of thing. You know what I mean? Like everybody who interacts sometimes with different business partners and stuff like that, it's like, I don't feel like I have to use words most of the time. And it's not really that. I just sometimes get that thing, when some people have bills to pay, and it's funny. It's like they're just strange. Anyway, we are going to see what is up with wide open. I love that. So that's your choice, that and the turquoise. And I always feel like wide open is one of my favorite terms when it comes to future, because that is all about opportunities and loveliness, whether it comes to the people that are thinking about you or whether they're going to approach you or what you're going to do together. It's just one of those notions that anything is attainable, like the curious optimist, and just knowing that you have potential. I put infinite and potential together. Potential that is infinite. Your life is infused with some beautiful vitality right now, and you're really going to go for it and just step in the game. You're not going to have any kind of hesitation anymore, because you're realizing the only thing that can stop you is you. The only thing that can put you out there is you. Oh, and I love that. Look at that mix for you. That is beautiful. The Fool's energy. It's funny because I remember when I first started reading tarot, it was like, I love the Fool card right away because I love the idea that they know that the universe has his or her back, that they can basically be on a cliff or a precipice. And most people that will do things like skydiving and bungee jumping and all that, they are the people, they have that lovely Fool element that they'll just do this. Now, the people that you're wondering if they are thinking about you, they definitely are. And this is how they see you, as a lovely, light-hearted, non-materialistic, soul deep, light-hearted, someone who knows that the universe does have your back, and that makes you exude this really sort of beautiful, lighthearted charm where you don't need a lot of stuff. You ever see those people that are going on vacation and they need 50 pairs of shoes, rah, 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 and it's all about image and all that. You're the opposite of that to them. You're just this lovely person that you're like, yeah, I have a lovely cloak, I have 2 pairs of flip-flops, I got this, I got my 1 bag. You're thinking about the adventure of life, not how you're going to look or appear in it. You're digging deep. You're like, I want the experience. You know what I mean? And you go in through it with optimism. And when you have the magician at your back, you're a huge magnet for these people. They're not only thinking about you, but they want to contact and connect with you. They see you as so like otherworldly, beautiful, and a little bit quite magic. Like you're really tapped into source and your spirit team and all that thing. And you're exuding this lovely aura and charm that has a magicness about you, has a high appeal. Because when they see you the potentialities of all that is fun, interesting, and again, that vitality, that courage, that gratitude that you have, because you're definitely exuding a lot of gratitude right now, and that shows a bunch of warmth and expansion. And again, you're definitely, you don't have any fractures in who you are. You're pretty all together and working everything. I mean, when I say that, I mean head and heart are together. You're not like, I have to earn this money. And then your heart is like, but you have to give it all away. You have to do this. You're conflicted. No, you understand by taking things one step at a time that abundance in all its forms is beautiful, and you don't have to make any big decisions. A lot of money is not a bad thing. a lot of choices and opportunities is not a bad thing. All you have to do is schedule it and sort of do one thing at a time and be like, okay, I like this, I like that, I like that. This is what I'll go after, and I'll take these steps to acquire it and achieve it, right? You don't have to go at breakneck speed. You don't have to hurt yourself. You don't have to trample or take from anybody else. There's enough of everything to go around. Love, money, abundance, opportunities. And these people see you as this type of person, and they really admire that. And it's very important to them as well, because they're quite spiritual and tapped in, that you are that sort of person where you're giving and you're warm. And your goddess power is Kali, endings and beginnings. The old must be released so the new can enter. And that's exactly what's happening. You're letting go of those old people, places, things, and beliefs that don't serve you, that make you second guess yourself, that make you worried, that bring your ego into play and tell you need more, you need better, you need more, you need better. And when you don't, you actually need less, and you need to just be. You don't need shit. You don't need to try to strive. When we do that, we don't even really pay attention to our blessings. When we're just trying to get more, be more, and do more, we don't see the beauty that's in the everyday life, right? Or we don't see who's noticing us, that beautiful man or woman that's observing us that would like to approach us, because we're just in chariot mode. But with this beautiful mode, you're really sensing all the energy circulating around you and coming to you and making this magic for you. And you really, really are completely magnetic at this stage. And so I see a beautiful connection here, and them actually approaching you, because I feel like the universe is just like sending you waves of love and joy, and you're reaping rewards of your tenacity and faith, for sure. They know how long it's taken you to reach some of your goals. They know the disappointments you faced along the way, and they know that, and everybody else knows, change is the only constant. So you're open to it, and you're just rolling with it, with that beautiful full energy of, I got this. All right, well, let's try this now. If this is a new destination, I'd like to check it out and see what's going on. Temporary conditions sometimes try to make you see something else that's not really in your reality or what's happening with you. That can sometimes happen. And then you sort of snap in it and you realize, well, I know what's good for me, and that's the avenue I want to take. You know what I mean? And you're definitely going to achieve your dreams and more. And this person is just observing you for this lovely, light-hearted person that you're expanding into, with a beautiful magical kiss on your forehead as well. Wow, that's awesome, you guys. So that's you. If you're wide open, you're going for it. The Fool ties into that beautifully as well. Just the journeyman, right? Awesome and beautiful. So if you're new, welcome to the channel, and don't forget to press like and subscribe, and also the little notification bell will let you know when all the videos are up. And if you go to the little gray arrow at the bottom of the video, bottom right, it'll bring down all the links, because so many people are like, how do I get a hold of all your information? Press that little tiny gray upside down arrow. And all my links are down there for Instantgo if you need a quick question. All my information about the Etsy store that has all my onyx and all my protection amulets, all the fun stuff. All these rings are on there too. So anything you can imagine, yeah, just go down there. And you guys come see me on Instagram too. I'm running a really cool contest that if you go to Sparkris1111, that's my Instagram, and you put down under, just under any comment, because I'll find it, what is your New Year's resolution, or how you're trying to improve your life, or what is happening to you for changes for the better that make you feel more enlightened, happy, free, what you want to accomplish, just in the near future, far future, whatever. And the winner gets to choose whatever they want out of my Etsy store. There's also a free read choice in there, any single thing from there. My family's going to vote on it. So I'm very, very excited for that. And we're going to do that very soon. So my love and light to you, and thank you for checking out my channel. I really appreciate it. And for all my faithfuls, love and light to you guys. I'm going to get to all your beautiful recommendations for reads, and I'm going to get on those. But again, we got the dailies and then these fun pops too. So I'm very excited. Also, let me know what you guys think about the dailies. I just started that a few days ago, and I thought it'd be something. It seems to be going well. Your comments are really, really sweet. And I want to tell you how much I love and appreciate you. Okay, you guys, love and light. Talk later.